Hi guys, this was probably the worst part of the entire debate between Labour leader Keir Starmer and Prime Minister for now, Rishi Sunak. Unfortunately, immigration was brought up, and both Labour and the Tories are trying to outdo themselves on who can appear toughest on so-called illegal immigration. So as Starmer was answering a question that was put to him, Rishi Sunak interrupted as he was doing throughout the night and said something pretty stupid. But the worst part was not the idiotic comment, but the fact that the audience cheered. Have a listen.
Thinks I'm wrong, he should say so. Because they're not being processed, they cannot be returned to where they came from. Can they, Prime Minister? If he wants to correct
Rishi
that, now's his chance to do it.
They cannot be returned. Well, do you know where these people come from?
No, he's not answering the question.
Do you know where
you
they come from?
That.
Iran,
you can see.
Syria, Afghanistan. So when Keir Starmer says he's going to return people, is he going to sit down? Are you going to sit down with the Iranian ayatollahs? Are you going to try and do a deal with the Taliban? It's completely nonsensical what you are saying, right? You are taking people for fools, right? I think that these people should not stay in our country. They will be on planes to Rwanda. That's what I will do with them. You still can't answer the question. What will you do with them?
Oh my goodness, this is so frustrating. And the projection from Rishi Sunak, taking people for fools, nonsensical. So the audience loved this line of attack from Rishi Sunak, but unfortunately for him, it raises a few questions. So how many people from Iran, for example, were deported last year? Because I couldn't actually find any figures. I looked at the Home Office data, and it doesn't seem to be the case that they actually list data for countries like Iran or Afghanistan. Primary destinations are listed for deportation, but not Iran and Afghanistan for some reason. Now this raises other problems for Sunak. In one scenario, he isn't deporting people from Iran or to Iran, for example. So that begs the question, why not? Why are you not deporting people back to Iran? Because the opposite of that is, yes, we are deporting people to Iran, but then that would mean that you have some sort of agreement with the Iranian government in place, which is what you're attacking Keir Starmer over, or suggesting that he would try to work out some sort of agreement with the Iranian government. So which is it? You're not deporting people back to Iran, or you are. In both cases, that's a problem for Rishi Sunak. Now, there is a third option. There are transit countries. But once again, the issue of asylum and deportation is complex. And unfortunately, politicians will avoid talking about these complexities in debate formats like this. The audience will be convinced by confidence and simple sound bites, and they will not receive the longer, more honest answer. But more in general, Farage, for some reason, has managed to weaponize this issue, and both mainstream parties are trying to outdo each other on who will bring down the boats, who will stop the boats, who will bring down the numbers of even legal migration, so-called. Immigrants are desperately needed to grow the economy. We know that by looking at the vacancies in social care, the NHS, farming, hospitality, name pretty much any sector, and it's crying out for labour, as in workers. But we're only hearing positive messages about immigration, or positive rhetoric regarding immigration from the likes of the Greens, the Green Party and the SNP. Why is that the case? Why is the Labour Party not talking about immigration in a positive way? We can sort of understand why the Tories are doing it, talking about it in a negative way. But we need to move away from this. Immigrants are desperately needed, especially if you want to grow the economy. So while Rishi Sunak talked to absolute tripe here, the audience seemed to love it. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what do you think? As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.